The two politicians, that is Raila Odinga and William Ruto, are still having long way to go. And even if they will work together, both of them are going to have a very big mistake in their administration, both sides. Because if Raila Odinga support William Ruto, most ODM diehards are going to run away. That is a fact. If William Ruto support Raila Odinga, most UDA team are going to run away. And look, you cannot convince me that William Ruto will one day wake up and say Raila Odinga tosha. It will never happen. But if he love Raila Odinga, as he said, then he's supposed to step aside and give Raila Odinga these 2 years to run the office, if it is possible. That is a fact. Raila Odinga issues Ruto list of demands amid looming coalition. We want solution. Raila Odinga has strongly criticized President Ruto administration, accusing it of poor governance, among other issues. He condemned the government's inability to address deep-rooted tribalism and faulted the health crisis caused by the introduction of the Social Health Authority. Underline, he criticized. And this remarks is coming a day after Raila Odinga had landed in this country. Now he's having 2 days after he had failed for the AUC race. Tunaendelea na siasa. Raila's statement come amid nationwide consultative tour aimed at understanding the challenges facing Kenyans and to strategize his party's next political move. Former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has launched a fierce critique against President Ruto's administration, accusing it of poor governance. Addressing the media on Friday, February 28th on Mabei, Raila expressed disappointment over the government's failure to combat rampant corruption, which he urged continues to undermine public trust and development efforts. He emphasized that despite widespread compliance, little progress has been made in tackling corruption, which remains until now. We are witnessing a worrying trend where people are being abducted, detained without trial, and in some cases killed. This is a serious human rights concern that must be addressed urgently, Raila stated. The former Azimio leader also took issue with the government's failure to curb tribalism, which he said continues to hinder national unity and social cohesion. Raila claimed to have received numerous complaints from Kenyans who reported discrimination in accessing public services based on ethnic backgrounds. He called on the government to promote equality and inclusivity, stressing that tribalism remains one of the greatest threats to Kenyan stability and progress. You see, now, by the way, tribalism remains Kenyan's threat. Today, if Maasai want to vie for presidency, many people from different tribes will ask several questions, which is not acceptable. Today, if I stand, of course I will, whether you like it or not, with me I will vie. If I will vie for the presidency, most Kenyans will ask me many questions from different tribes. Mara amechinjwa ile kitu, mara amefanyiwa ile kitu. Look at the question we are asking ourselves. But we don't look the person mentality, how he address you, how he speak. Of course, we might say that words are always being used as a fossil of civilization, which is right. And in some occasion, most of politicians, they don't follow their words. Like a good example is my friend, my colleague politician, William Ruto, is not following his words. He lied in 2022. That is a fact. Yes, he lied. Of course, he should change and deliver. Now, Raila Odinga is now coming with a serious bombshell. And let me tell you Raila Odinga's twist. Is when he's opening another war. You are demonstrating about the abduction. Raila Odinga is now coming and condemning this abduction. It is a continued rift, which I don't think if Raila Odinga is going to endorse William Ruto, because he's suspecting that these people might even strangle him. Or maybe, I don't want to make early judgment. The worst mistake he's going to do is to shed crocodile tears. Let him not shed crocodile tears. Of course, I can say that he was busy campaigning for his AUC right, which is okay. But right now, he failed. He failed in the AUC race, right? Now, we are mostly concerned with Raila Odinga's political movement. Up to this moment, this is Raila Odinga's movement. Pande ingine anaangalia Ruto, tabia zake, vile anafanya in his administration. Pande ingine Wakenya wako nyuma yake, anamwambia ukijaribu kusupport William Ruto tutakukujia, or it will mark the end between you and us, or between me and you, whichever the description you can give it. And that is why Raila Odinga is forced to talk about the abduction. To talk, even if he had a handshake with William Ruto in Mombasa. But he must now talk and criticize this government, because pressure is now getting higher and higher. I doubt if he's going to support William Ruto. Anyway, in politics, it can happen. But I prefer, the advice I can give Raila Odinga is actually to support Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka amesimama na yeye. Tuachane na chuki. Tuachane na hii tabia kidogodogo na greedy. Hii mali hata ukitafuta namna gani utaziacha tu. That is why mimi nasema the moment I become the head of state, napunguza mavieko ya rais. No need of me going around the country with many vehicles. For what purpose? It won't help. All is vanity at all. After all is vanity. So I prefer Raila Odinga to support Kalonzo first of all. Yes, Kalonzo amesimama na yeye. Waungane kama wanataka kutoa Ruto, basi waungane, wasaidiane mbele. Raila to go for retirement and endorse someone like Baba Wino, energetic person. Tuambieni ukweli. Tuacheni mambo ya kubita around the bush hivi. My friend Bade, tuachane na hiyo mambo. Tuachane na tamaa. Tamaa ni mbaya. Haisaidii. Anyway, so that is what is happening. Criticizing Ruto is having two options. Maybe raising attention again to William Ruto's administration, for William Ruto's administration to consider him in the next door. Might also happen. But it will be very awkward that we condemned, we don't follow what we've condemned on. So, I don't think if it's going to work, but he had to say it because of pressure he's receiving from Kenyans. I wish you all the best, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much.